Thinking Basketball released a video on Chet Holmgren yesterday. The other rookie unicorn. Ahead of Wemby? Yo, this Rookie of the Year race is going to be interesting as fuck, dog. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be interesting as shit, man.
His way around. Matthews again off from three. Holmgren able to rip it away. He wants to start the break. Goes right down there. And behind the back pass to Wallace.
That's Thunder rookie Chet Holmgren.
And where's Ali Zar right now, bruh? Cause you shot the N2Z for the 3 months.
What's good, Solz?
Appreciate it. But Ali was in my stream not too long ago saying that Chet Holmgren would be out of the league in 4 years. Where are you at, bruh?
A 7-footer who can play like a wing on offense and on the other end anchor a defense as a traditional rim protector. It's not abnormal to see big men today handle the ball well or even take a bunch of threes. But this combination of classical size, versatility on the perimeter, and offensive skill has been a pipe dream until now.
We're looking at a rookie too. I need to emphasize that. We're looking at a rookie, dog. God damn. Like,
before the pace and space revolution,
I think it's important to realize that when we're talking about Wemby and Chet, bruh, we're looking at these dudes in their baby form. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're looking at Charmander. Imagine when they get to that Charizard level, bruh. When they're 26, 27, 28. Like, God, yo, these motherfuckers gonna be monsters.
Of the last decade, big men didn't need to be hypermobile. They didn't need to shoot threes, and they didn't need to guard the three-point line. But the latest archetype for big men is basically a unicorn. Anthony Davis flirted with unicorn status, but the outside shot never really took hold.
Yeah.
7'2" Kristaps Porzingis was literally nicknamed the unicorn, but after injuries, he settled in as a 3-and-D center, which is similar to Jaren Jackson's role in Memphis. In 2021, the Cavs drafted 7-footer Evan Mobley, and he has unicorn potential, but this year's rookie class features the two truest unicorns to enter the NBA. 7'4" phenom Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. Chet's not a complete physical anomaly like Wemby, but he's still a unicorn.
He's still 7'2",
and his
right?
reported 7.5-foot wingspan would put him in the top 2% of rookies officially measured. Yet, he plays every position in Oklahoma City's positionless offense. He's a 7-foot point guard who can grab and go, run pick and roll, and cross dudes over to get all the way to...
Hey, I ain't seen that, man. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I need to watch more OKC games. I didn't know that was in Chet's bag, bruh. No way, bruh. No way.
He's a 7-foot
the inbound
point
to
guard
Chet,
who can
bring
grab
up the
and
ball.
go,
Come here, I need a screen.
And roll and
Put
cross.
Jokic on that. Nah, got the switch on MPJ. What is that? Tween cross? Wait.
Run pick and roll and
Tween
cross dudes
cross
over to
all
get
the
all the way to
way.
the basket. But
now that's tough. That's tough, bruh. That's tough.
Can also set the screen like a traditional big, only to pop out for a high percentage 3. Then he starts setting people up with that shot of his so he can drive and slither it off the glass. And they also use him like a wing, receiving a screen here, and he backdoors it to catch on the move and spin in a reverse.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? This is who I thought Marvin Bagley was going to be. God, bro.
Time he's spotting up behind the arc and sheds Nikola Jokic to get downhill for a flush. And watch that little head fake to shake Joker, and then he gathers the ball with his back leg near the three-point line for 2.5 long steps, and traveling isn't really a thing anymore. Anyway, Chet's versatility is already a nice weapon for this flexible OKC offense, playing off his teammates and switching roles mid-possession before another soft finish in the paint. And this can be subtle but profound. This play looks like a simple catch-and-shoot three in early offense, but watch it again. Holmgren and a teammate set the same screen for a shooter, so if Chet were to roll to the basket, his defender would already be protected.
Soul is terrible at predicting bigs. Yeah. I don't know. Bigs are such a hit or miss for me. Cause like going into the 2015 draft, bro, I was big on Jahlil Okafor, bro. Like I really thought he was better than Cat type shit. You know? DA, I kind of believed the hype for a second. Just for a second, I believed it. Like I thought DA's floor was 20 and 10. You know, not 14 and 8. You know? So
the paint. But when the guard rolls, it causes this moment of confusion where the wing defender doesn't actually recover to the outside, and Chet's the better shooter anyway, so the changeup works perfectly. Here's another play with Holmgren setting a similar screen for a shooter, and he's punishing this defender who wants to help and then recover to the outside. Only his teammate passes to him instead, so he can flow right into this beautiful spinning turnaround in the paint. I love how fluid his movements are and that soft touch around the hoop. And his ball...
Nah, he cooking the fuck out of Jokic, though. Because Jokic thought he's guarding another one of these slow-footed bigs. Nah, he's actually guarding a shooting guard.
Ball handling is a bit mind-boggling at his size, going to the spin and the finger roll.
Now, that's a fluid handle, bruh. It's a fluid
As a
handle
reminder,
right there.
this is what Chet looks like in a normal human-sized chair. He really likes to run the point in early offense, and he's a little slippery in open space against big men. That was a great high-speed crossover, and this grab and go against DeJounte Murray turns into a huge swing through and kick out to create good transition offense. He may not move at the highest speeds, but this dribbling and transition playmaking is already a value add for a center, let alone a 21-year-old rookie who hasn't even played 10 NBA.
Nah, because why is his handle like that? Like, why is it fluid? Like, he's an actual fucking guard. What the fuck?
Let alone a 21-year-old rookie.
Like, this is controlled dribbling in the fast break. Bro!
Who hasn't even played 10 NBA games. On this one, he's initiating in the half court, hesitates off that screen to freeze Andrew Wiggins, and then slips the
And now we got a mismatch.
Handed bouncer off the dribble. And he just has great instincts for team concepts.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If they're gonna run Chet at the 5, but Chet at the 1-on point, yo, bro, I'm running high pick and roll with Chet every single time with Lou Dort, right? Either they're going to have to switch and Chet is going to have a mismatch, or, yeah, either they're going to switch or Chet is going to have a mismatch, or they're not going to switch and Chet is just going to beat the big man off the fuck. Nah, that's kind of crazy, dog. That's kind of crazy.
Picking up a loose ball here and stutter stepping into another nice pass. You can see the IQ on a play like this, where the Hawks are in zone, so he tells fellow rookie Cason Wallace to flash into the soft spot. That brings 2 defenders and collapses the defense, so a cutter can slip inside and find a bucket. And in time, I think Chet will be able to make the skip pass directly to an open shooter in this spot, because he's already a pretty good passer when he's surveying the defense. More importantly, he sees opportunities. This is an option for a handoff, and he reads the back door, but the pass is a touch soft, and it still took a great defensive read from the weak side to break it up. So turnovers like this demonstrate an impressive awareness of the floor for a rookie probing into the paint. And again, in time, he can learn to look to the corner to freeze this defender, and that'll be a layup.
And that's the thing. I just need to emphasize that we are looking at rookies, y'all. We are looking at dudes who are just starting to figure out the NBA game, just starting to get their feet wet. When Wemby is putting up the 29 and 2.5 on 42% that he's putting up right now, that's Wemby getting his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, Even if we look at Luka right now and like look at their rookie years, like Luka in his rookie year, you know what I'm saying, was putting up 21, 6, and 8. Great rookie year, by the way. But it's important to consider that this is year one Luka. And we've seen people pop off after that to the point where they're improving from 21 to 29. You know what I'm saying? 6 assists to 9 assists. Shea's another one. Shea's another one. Now, it wasn't even like that his rookie year, but even when, like in the sophomore year when he went all the way up to 19, yeah, this is Shea at 21. You know what I'm saying? This is Shea at 21. So imagine what he's going to be in 4 or 5 years. And now we're looking at a 30, 26 point per game scorer. And I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like the only reason his numbers have gone down is because of the fact that he's deferring a little bit more. And also his 3-ball just isn't there. He's taking right around the same amount of shots, but yeah, man. These guys are fantastic.
He uses the threat of his shot to attack again, and instead of a basic kick out to a shooter, he knows help has to come and slips it inside for something better at the rim. By the way, his 3-point shot looks fantastic, which is why opponents will run at him on the line to set up these dribble drives, and that is incredible body control for a player of any size with a lefty finish. It's a very small sample, but he's made 90% of his 30 free throws, and more importantly, his stroke and form just look really good.
Yeah.
He has a soft wrist and fluid motion, swishes a ton of his shots, and the soft touch makes me think he's a good, if not really good, outside shooter. And offense probably isn't even the best part of his game. The idea of Chet, the unicornness of him, is built around the idea that he can be an elite piece who stuffs up the paint like a defensive player of the year candidate.
I think Chet can steal rookie of the year from Wemby. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's gonna be a close race, but at some point, because let me bring up Wemby's stats to Chet's stats. At some point, like, voters are just gonna look hella dumb for giving it to Vic, even though Vic is not having a bad rookie year by any sort of the metric. But Vic is averaging 19, 8, and 2.6, right? Wemby is averaging Jesus Christ. Wemby's averaging 19, 8, and 2.6. 46% from the field, 32% from 3. Chet is averaging 17, 8, and 2.4, 55% from the field, 54% from 3, 90% from the line. Right. If by the end of the season, Chet is averaging 18, while Wemby's averaging 20, but these are the splits for Wemby, and the splits for Chet are still looking like this, I think people will look at that scoring difference and give it a Chet. Let alone playmaking, because it looks like Chet is just as good, if not a better passer than Wemby. On the defensive side of the ball, it probably still go to Wemby, but when Chet is putting up 2.42, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think at the end of the season, you could legitimately make a case that Chet has just been the better offensive player, and the defensive gap is like the same type shit. Chet is playing 30 minutes a game. It's about the same. Chet's playing like 1 more minute a game. So,
in the first 2 weeks of the NBA season, no one has contested more shots within 6 feet of the basket than Holmgren. And while that might slow down as he racks up more blocks, it's a testament to how active he is in the paint and how difficult he is to score on. Again, it's one thing just to protect the rim, but as we saw last time with Wembanyama, today's skeleton key defender can play on the outside in a variety of coverages. Chet plays a lot of drop coverage, sagging off the screening action to protect the lane, but he can adjust and come out when needed, meeting Dame Lillard at the three-point line, then swatting away his jumper with those 7.5-foot thunder sticks. On this play, he's out near the perimeter to defend a handoff, but Murray passes and cuts back door, so Chet just tracks him down and stamps it off the backboard.
Jesus Christ.
And changing directions like this and staying under control means he can play almost any coverage. He's headed out to trap the ball handler, but recovers to still meet him at the basket and throw off the shot. And we've seen his body control on offense, but it also helps on defense too. Also, notice how many of his blocks stay in bounds, and even at his age, he's talked about techniques that keep the ball in play to spark fast breaks instead of just spiking it into the stands. Chet is so good already that I have to remind myself he's just getting started. Because his versatile skill set is impressive for any 7-footer who's ever played, let alone a 21-year-old rookie. And yes, he can add strength to his frame, his shot will improve, and he'll pick up more tricks as he plays.
Yeah, I think ultimately this is where the game is headed. And mind you, this is just the start of it. Is the most guard-like players on the court as tall as possible. I think that's the name of the game. And I think OKC is ahead of that. The fact that they have 6'5", 6'6" Shea at point, and then Lou Dort, who's 6'4" himself, and then J-Dub on the court, and then Josh Giddey on the court, who are 6'8", I believe, respectively, 6'7", and then Chet, who's a 7-footer at the 5. I think that is where the game is heading. As much guard-like skills on every single position. Everyone should be able to create their own shot. Everyone should be able to find open players. Everyone should be able to hit a spot-up three. And everyone should be able to switch on defense. That is the name of the game, and I think OKC is ahead of that. I think that is where the league is going to be headed in the next 20 years. And even beyond that, I think that's just the start. I deadass think, chat, in 40 years, there will be enough players who know about basketball, who are talented enough for, at the very least, the best team in the league be full of 6'8", like the starting lineup of the best team in the league, the NBA champs. Every single one will be 6'8" and above. I'm gonna keep it a stack. In 40 years, I think that is gonna be the name of the game. Every single player on the NBA champion in 40 years, whoever that team will be, their point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center, will all be 6'8" and above. That's just the name, because it's a vertical game. At the end of the day, like when it comes to the best of the best, top of the top talent, it's a vertical game. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, the trade-off used to be the shorter you are, the more skilled you are, right? So even though you don't have that verticality in you, you got the skills to run around players, to shoot over players. That's how you make up for it. And vice versa. If you're tall, you may not be as skilled, but like you're tall. So, you know, you can block shots, you can dunk, this, that, and the third. As the game has evolved, it's essentially mellowed off on both ends of that spectrum. Like, yo, fuck the 6'1" point guard that can, you know, average 20 and 10 when there's a 6'7" point guard that can do the exact same thing, right? Fuck the center who can only block shots and dunk when there's another 7-foot center who can do the exact same thing and dribble the ball and shoot the three and hit free throws and post up. You know what I'm saying? Us Filipinos about to have no, and that's exactly my thing. Yeah, the prospect of seeing a Filipino in the NBA is getting worse and worse by the year. Deadass. Because again, it's a vertical game, man. You know, I've seen a lot of Filipinos be actually good at basketball. Like, they got the skills, they can shoot, they can pass, they can dribble, this, that, and the third. But the thing that holds us back as a fucking country is the fact that the average height of a man is 5'4". So even you being 5'8", me being 5'8", is like, oh shit, you overachieved. Meanwhile, a 5'8" point guard is still really fucking short in the NBA, and is gonna look even shorter as time moves on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just funny to me, like when people call me short, because I get it. I'm short for American standards, but literally every fucking Filipino party that I go to, every Filipino gathering that I go to, oh my God, he's so big now. Yo, when'd you get so tall, bruh? Nah, Jeremy, dead ass. Like when I was in the Philippines, I probably saw like 10 dudes taller than me. And that was like me going to Mall of Asia type shit. Like on an average day, I'm a tall dude there. Yeah, I'm 5'8". For those who don't know, I'm 5'8". And again, when the average height is 5'4", yeah, when you translate it, when the average height in, yeah, I'd be a 6-footer essentially. I'd be a 6-footer because the average height in America is what, 5'8". So if I'm 4 inches above the standard, that's essentially being 6 foot. Yeah, I'd be 6 foot. Is 5'8" short? 5'8" is average here, but I'm 6'6". What the? All right, man. Nevertheless, shout out to Thinking Basketball for the video, though. Shout out to Thinking Basketball for the video.